Judy, the athlete, and we're here to help you better your best. 2025, new year.
I'm so excited, Judy. I'm ready.
I'm ready too. I got new glasses. I got really happening glasses. It's so not me. Every time I look in the mirror, it's like, it's a new year. Let's do something different.
New and different. That's what I'm working on every day. New and different. Yep. So, 2025, I think we would have some pretty good questions that we've come up with maybe to help all of you out there to think about and plan for the new year and maybe make some huge advances in whatever it is you're after.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the questions that we came up with. One is sort of like, what's that unrest that's sitting in you that is got enough energy that would make you move forward? So if you think about the past year or you think about the next year, moving forward, what is that thing that's going to make you do something different?
Yeah, I've always wanted to do this. That little nagging voice, if you go do this, it'll make a difference. And the thing is, if you identify it and make a plan,
Yeah, and so, we talk a lot about forward focus, but I just kind of want to run something by you. Sometimes it needs to be, or could be, I'm not doing that anymore.
That's right. Instead of what you do, it's what you're not going to do anymore.
Well, maybe it has to start with, I am not doing that anymore, right? Well, and now what am I going to do?
I just had that conversation with my daughter. That's exactly right. This has not worked all these years. We're not doing it again. So this is what we're doing instead.
Yep.
That's exactly right.
So it's kind of like it flows one into the other.
That's correct. Yep.
So another question that I really love, and a lot of times when I do talks, I kind of bring this up, like, what would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail?
That's
like
right.
You just knew that safety net of you can't fail.
Yeah. You kind of stick your neck out there maybe a little farther than what you normally would. And there's another one related that I see you do when we bring the people in who don't shoot archery to shoot archery. And they're in there working at it, and thinking about it and careful. And you will ask them, well, what would it be like if you shot this arrow totally free? And then they get up there and nail a 10, And it's right. Like, if you can imagine that, what it would be like, you're there.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
Not getting stuck in how you think it should be, or steps or process or things that just
good point.
They're just not feel.
Yeah, that's right.
And I just feel like if people could get that feel it. Don't think about how it feels. Feel it.
Oh, that's a good distinction. Very, very important. Yeah, put you there faster.
That's right. And then another one I think about is like, if you think about the last year, what was your greatest lesson? What was the thing that really stood out in a learnament or in a practice session or in a coaching session? What was that biggest thing that stands out, and how are you going to use it in 2025?
Oh, that's a good one, too. And it might even have been on their own. I just love it when lots of times the players will come back and say, well, I was in there and I was working on it and I figured this out, and it's like anytime you figure it out yourself, it's worth gold, So
yeah, those are the best.
The ahas and the paradigm shifts. What paradigm shift did you experience in 2025?
So talk more about a paradigm shift. When you give an example of a paradigm shift, because that seems like a big sort of academic word. What does that look like?
I'll tell you the one recent that just pops in my mind immediately is the one where we think we have to do all these things correct all the time in order to be able to shoot a good shot or whatever it happens to be, and if I don't do it, it might not work. And even if it did work, I think I'm more attached to it, And a paradigm shift would be to when they can just look at their target and let it rip and realize, I don't need most of that stuff. It is a huge paradigm shift. It's just taking the courage to do it.
Well, sure. And it's like being able to give up control to be in charge. You know,
That's
if
exactly
I want to
right.
control every little thing, it ends up controlling me.
And I think, like your fail question from earlier, if it doesn't go well, I'll always wonder if it didn't go well because I didn't do all my stuff, right? But the thing is that that's kind of not fair because it's not going to go well all the time anyway. So
Right.
immediately we blame it on I didn't control enough or micromanage enough. But micromanaging it is what interferes more than it helps lots of times.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that kind of goes along with, if you think through, when have you been your most courageous? What happened that made you courageous? What point did you have to get to decide to be courageous, to move forward, to be all in?
Yeah, I think lots of times it's kind of when you surrender and you've had enough and you're done with everything and I'm just going to do it. You know, I'm just going to go for the stick, or I'm just do it my way, you know, and not the way I think I should be doing it.
Right. Right.
And it takes tons of courage. You are exactly right. But, you know, you could think about maybe what, like you said, what are those things that got you there? Okay. And then how are you going to do it in 2025? Yeah. You know, some good thoughts. I mean, we're not talking goals. We're not talking any of those things. One of the most important ones to me, Judy, is who do you want to be? You know, who do you want to be? It's 2 days from now.
Yeah. Well, and
No, it's today.
it's today.
Yeah, it's today.
Yeah.
It's not going to be 2 days. It's today. You know, who do you want to be this year?
Well, and we've talked so much about doing and being, and
Mm-hmm.
we're down to it right now. This is the moment.
Yeah,
Who are you going to be?
yeah. And then we wake up every day and we create that image and we practice it and, you know, keep moving a little bit closer to it every single day. Better your best.
Better your best.